It's a podcast, it's a video, and more.
Okay.
Welcome back to another episode of
We Grown?
Question mark.
I'm Maya.
I'm Jess.
And I'm Sean.
And first of all, we would like for y'all to like, share, subscribe. If y'all have been watching us and y'all don't like, share, subscribe, please. We're trying to grow. We're trying to actually do better and reach more people with our messages of nonsense.
All the messages of nonsense.
But I feel like we have a good time and I feel like people enjoy it. So let's spread the love.
If you like it, somebody else might love it. So, just spread it. Spread the love.
Spread the
That's
love.
so black. You like it? I love it.
I really do be saying that to people as a dismissal.
Like,
No, but we want you to not dismiss us.
Yes, don't do it as a dismissal.
Like it and love it for
or
real.
maybe
for
do
real.
it as a dismissal. Just drop it in.
That's wild.
They might like it.
Yeah.
they might love it.
They might. But if you are a returning subscriber, thank you for joining. If you're new, thank you for watching. And we're going to start off how we always do with what had us feeling grown.
I can go. Mine is very short.
Okay.
So, as everyone who's been watching all 7 of you have been watching the past 3 episodes, my pantry that I have not moved forward with. However, I did go to Ikea again, a different Ikea this time. So I was walking around and I got there dumb early. It opens at 10 o'clock. I was there at 10:06. I was like, I'm going. I'm in there and I was looking at something and I don't know, somebody was walking by and I turned around too fast. And I got dizzy. And I was like, I don't know what's happening. So I had to sit down.
Not sit down.
I was like, that was too fast. Then I got up and I was like, that was too fast too.
This guy.
But I think I was just hungry. That's what I'm gonna go with.
Or old. He's a little.
I would say your blood sugar was a little low.
I was hungry.
Yeah.
I was hungry.
When your blood sugar low,
I had oatmeal for breakfast, an hour before.
That's supposed to stick to you, though.
No, it don't.
Oatmeal really doesn't.
It doesn't.
Though. I don't know why people say that.
It was a little packet. I ain't even had
well,
nothing
that's
in
the
it.
reason why it's all sugar.
No, but I eat the regular oatmeal and I started putting the protein. I would do half regular oatmeal and half the protein oats to just thicken it up. It does not stick to nothing. I'd be like, snack.
My overnight oats. My overnight oats, they do a good job. Because in my overnight oats, it's oats. I have the milk. I have yogurt. Usually I put a little bit of chocolate chips in there or something.
Interesting.
Well, then I put peanut butter, the powder.
Okay.
Or I don't use peanut butter because actually peanut butter makes me fart quite a bit. Because I have
This guy.
an intolerance to peanut butter, which I found out by doing one of those little hair tests. But anyways.
Hair test.
Yes, an intolerance test where I sent in a snippet of my hair.
Actually, the way people got your DNA is
Girl,
crazy.
everybody got my DNA. My phone got my DNA. They be like, let me get that fingerprint. Well, here you go.
Interesting.
Yes. So yeah, it came back with all of the stuff that I'm intolerant to and the world, basically. Real random stuff like goose feathers. I was like, who knew?
So
White fish.
I was gonna say, you can't wear a down
What is
coat.
white fish?
I don't know.
Oh, whiting? Or is that too obvious?
I think
Or are you
it's,
saying all fish that is white on the inside? I don't understand.
that's a question that I didn't ask. I was like, dang, that's crazy. And
Interesting.
I eat a lot of fish, so.
Because
And they be
salmon
white.
is not white, but
No.
No, but I
Trout, whiting,
catfish is white.
catfish, white flaky fishes.
Pretty much everything except for salmon, tuna.
yeah.
Yeah,
All the
that's
milks
not-
came up.
Dang, bro.
Was it wheat? Wheat, barley, which I knew. I know rye, but rye didn't come up on the list, but I know rye does. I have a story about rye. One day, tangent. One day, I was in Pikesville. There's there's a sandwich shop there. That sandwich was so good. I was tearing that,
You
it
know
was
how
good.
all your stories start?
I know. It
Usually,
is.
but,
Everything is so good to this
good.
man until
oh
it
my
tear him
goodness.
up.
My mom told me about this place. It was so good. I was tearing that sandwich.
Was it in a Jewish side of Pikesville?
No.
Oh.
Maybe. No.
Because their food be
Maybe.
good over there.
Possibly. No. Maybe it wasn't Pikesville. It could have been Randall's. Nope.
Couldn't
Not
be
Randall
Randall
Sound.
Ain't no
Rice or
sandwich.
no.
Ain't no sandwich.
But anyways,
Randall
so I'm
Sound.
eating the sandwich, and I'm eating it in like the store. Like I think I ate it in the car or something, tearing it up, and that was good. And I think I was like driving back to work, and then like my stomach was dying. I was like, "What is this?" I was like, "I've never felt like this." It's like I don't know what it was. I had to take the exit. I had drove straight to my mom's
I
house.
feel like we heard this story.
You probably did.
I don't remember.
I had to drive to my mom's house, and I blew that bathroom up. Blew it up, and I was like, "That's crazy! Like I couldn't even." It's like 3 exits down.
Mm-hmm.
Killed that bathroom. But that's when I learned that rye is not the best for my tummy.
Mm.
Yeah. I don't know what.
So we were talking about you were in IKEA. The oatmeal didn't fill
The
you
peanut
up.
butter,
Yeah.
yeah. So the intolerances and so on and so forth. But yeah. So back to my overnight oats. Actually, I don't use peanut butter. I use almond butter, the powder,
Well, that makes more sense.
with a little bit of chocolate chips, which is make it like a peanut butter chocolate chip thing, and then half a scoop of protein powder,
Hmm.
and that holds me much
See,
longer.
That's why y'all oatmeal ain't filling y'all up. Y'all don't got no butter in there. Y'all need a fat in there.
Butter.
Yes.
That's crazy.
I mean, butter and oatmeal do like. If I'm feeling chunky, yes, I'm gonna put some butter in there, which is not often.
I've
you
never
making it
put
from
butter in
scratch?
oatmeal.
If you make it
Yes,
from scratch,
that's-
you put some butter in it. If you're not gonna use butter, then like you gotta do like some seeds or something that
Oh, I
has
also
fat.
put
You have
chia
to do a
seeds in
fat.
there.
You have to have a fat.
I be on it.
The
My
fat is
overnight
what's
oats.
satiating, and that's why yours ain't satiating. You ain't got no fats up in there.
Listen, I'm trying my best. I barely want to eat that stuff. I only eat it because the alternative is me having a whole full breakfast in the office doing the most. But
Not with the little tray.
yeah, no, a spread. I actually, when I first started working, I would cook breakfast the night before and be in that office with a full pancakes, eggs, like all the sausage. They'd be like, "What smells so good?"
I feel like there was
Don't worry
like
about it.
a whole conversation on Twitter about how black people are the only people that like wait to go to work to
Absolutely.
eat breakfast.
You have to.
I
When am I
do.
supposed to
And
eat
I'm
breakfast
like,
at home?
Like-
I feel offended because I definitely go to work and make my breakfast. Like I prep my
I'm-
breakfast at home and then I eat it at work. Like
Not eating at home.
I'm not about to eat at home.
I don't
And
think
be
we're the
hungry.
only ones
Mm.
though.
No.
There be people who eating breakfast.
I don't. Really
First of all,
be seeing
all
white
of them
people do
no,
it.
they all go on
They do.
coffee runs right in the morning because
The
everybody
Coffee
at my
does count. Yes.
yeah, that
if we
counts.
count coffee,
You
yes.
walk in
Yes.
out of work, you get to work, clock in, and then walk to the coffee shop. We not bold enough to do that.
Ooh.
That's
We
why we
not-
bring
yeah,
our
you're right.
food.
Like we
Right.
walk to the cafeteria.
No,
Mhm.
no, we're not that bold.
I do have a. Sorry, I'm probably speaking fast because it's this one, but I do have. So my new deputy. He.
Did you finish your IKEA story?
Hell no.
Yeah, I was dizzy. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
then I
okay,
had the
okay.
oatmeal, and then I had like a little. Well, so we bought these.
You sat down.
Yeah, but I mean, like what I had, why I felt dizzy.
Yeah.
So then I had like a little applesauce pouch that we bought for Kendall that I'd be tearing them things up. It's
I
really
can't
for me.
eat them. I don't know why. Like all the
It's-
stuff I buy for my kids, it just feels weird.
I mean, is it really for her? It was
I mean, for
me.
mine, it's for them.
I mean, it's like applesauce, strawberries, and spinach, but it was good. But it did not hold me, so I was a little dizzy in the store. But my deputy, he has this concept of
That
pre-thawing
concept of-
his food. Do y'all believe in that?
Pre
So
what?
he does pre-thawing, that's what he calls it.
What kind of
Pre-
food?
So his lunch. So he goes to the refrigerator and he takes out his lunch and puts it on his desk so it can pre-thaw before he heats it up.
Hmm.
So I asked him.
He takes it out of the refrigerator. Was it frozen in the fridge?
No.
He wants it to get to room temperature
Before
before
he
putting it in the
heats it up.
microwave.
Yes. So
I'm
he
not
was
a-
like,
I'm not against that.
So he's-
I don't think I usually even put my food in the fridge to begin with because the
I'm
fridge be
against it.
nasty.
well, so he was telling me about it, and I was like, is it really a pre-thaw, or are you just thawing?
I don't think it's a pre-thaw. There's nothing to thaw. There's nothing melting. So I'm like, well, so that's the first thing. Like, there's no pre-thawing because it's not melting. But then the second part for me, to me personally, is like the variances in temperature just provides an environment for germs. Like the reason you refrigerate your lunch is so that germs don't thrive. And so now you're taking your lunch out of the refrigerator to sit it on the counter for it to reach room temperature. And then after it reaches room temperature, then you're going to shock those germs suddenly, maybe, possibly, because that's also depending on if the microwave evenly heats everything. Like, no, just
I don't think about all that.
I don't even put my food in the refrigerator anymore because
oh yeah,
they
communal refrigerators are nasty.
yeah, I just couldn't do it no more.
I flex my disability. I get me a fridge in every office I got. Personal fridge.
That's crazy. I didn't know that was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I have my lunchbox, and it has an ice pack in it.
Yeah, that's
That
good
also
enough.
works, yeah.
But yeah, so the pre-thaw, and I was like, that's very interesting. So I asked him about the pre-thaw and if it was just regular thawing, and he stands by pre-thaw.
Mm.
So when he takes it out, I say, gotta get that pre-thaw in. This is, I do.
Yeah.
Pre-thaw is crazy. Like I could understand, like maybe like you take something out of the freezer and you put it on your desk to let it thaw before you actually thaw it in the microwave to cook it. But if it's in the fridge, I don't know. Maybe I'm just hung up on the semantics.
Maybe.
I can't.
I was too.
I wouldn't let
well, that's
that-
why I asked about it.
I wouldn't let that fly. It ain't pre-thawing, bro.
I'll make sure to let him know.
Not make sure to let him know.
Yeah.
What had me feeling grown? Oh, you have one?
I mean, I could use the one from this morning. Bacon biscuits, man. I am in my suburban housewife. Not even really suburban housewife, because it's more like a country thing. But like making biscuits. I love baking biscuits now. Like, I don't know. Like, after having a baby, you're trying to find like, okay, what are my interests? What do I like to do? And baking, I used to hate it before. But now specifically, I really enjoy it. And specifically breads. Like, I love bread. Like, for a moment, like, I love bread. So I've been making, like, rolls and stuff like that. But the easiest thing to make has been biscuits. And so now I'm like, if I want to just kind of, like, start my weekend or end my weekend just to relax, like, I'll bake, like, rolls or biscuits. And so this morning I made biscuits. And I just love the process. Like, it's very messy, and I don't like that part. But I really enjoy, like, how they turn out, how they can taste different depending on how you tweak stuff. Like, it's just such an old lady hobby. And I feel like I'm going to be that house where it's just like, oh, my mom made fresh biscuits. You guys want to come over?
Is that a thing?
I did not know that.
Like,
Not fresh biscuits.
you know what's funny? Like, that was a thing for my mom. With her mom, like, and she would be so mad because kids would be like, is your mom making biscuits? And she'd be like, no. And then they follow her home and her mom would be like, oh, I just made biscuits. Y'all want some? And she'd be like, oh.
That's crazy.
So I feel like I'm like, taking over from my grandma and like being that mom that like makes fresh bread and fresh biscuits, and like people are gonna like want to eat my biscuits and my breads and stuff. So
But you didn't bring no biscuits here.
I thought about it, and I should have.
Yeah.
I was about to start our conversation over before the podcast. I should have brought them biscuits here though. I really should have.
I would have liked to taste them.
Yeah.
I got y'all next time. But you know what? I know why I didn't bring them, because I didn't make them the way that I prefer to make them. I made these like from scratch without like my secret sauce. And so my secret sauce and biscuits. I don't
Girl,
mind
that's
sharing.
just butter.
Actually, no, it's not. It's sour cream. It's sour
Now
cream.
we're telling it anyway.
It's sour cream.
I'm not gonna tell y'all it's butter. No, it's not.
But it also is a lot of butter. Very southern.
Girl, we
Very,
know.
very much southern.
Marcus already scolded you on that.
Like, bruh, life is better with butter. I'm sorry. I can't change my mind on that. Life has always been better with butter. And my husband reminds me all the time, like, you are very southern. Like, the way you use butter for almost everything, I'm like, that's what I know. Like,
Yeah.
Butter and sour cream.
but no, sour cream really does make the best biscuits and cornbread.
Not too much though, because I did a recipe where it was mostly sour cream, and I was like, I don't like sour cream like
Not
that.
most.
It was. It was like one of those like 3 ingredient biscuits.
You had the self-rising flour though, right?
Yeah, and sour cream. It was too sour creamy. Like, that's too much.
Did you add flour to like?
I
make
added
it less-
flour to no. I added flour just so it wouldn't be so sticky when
Yeah.
they had like the forming the dough part. But it was too much sour cream. It was way too much. I don't like sour cream that much.
We made a chocolate cake like that. 'Cause you know they say use sour cream,
Mhm.
and I don't taste it.
Like sour cream, right? It's too much.
Like,
It's overpowering.
Nothing is worse than biting chocolate cake
Ugh.
and sour cream.
Mm-mm. Yes, it was too much. I was like, next time you need to like, I don't know,
How much
half.
butter did you use?
I don't remember, but
That wasn't
it was
one of
too
the
much
3
sour.
ingredients.
It was too much sour cream. It was way too much.
That's where you went wrong. You ain't add no butter.
I'm pretty sure it had butter too, but the sour cream, you could taste it. Like every bite was sour cream, and I don't even eat sour cream. I'm not a sour. My husband liked it, but he likes sour cream. I don't like sour cream like that.
And give me a scoop of sour cream.
Like literally.
I can attest. My husband does not like sour cream, but he loves those biscuits. So
Yeah, and I think your recipe, because you sent it to me,
yeah.
and it probably had half the amount of sour cream that mine did.
That would explain.
Yeah, mine was way too much. Way too much.
Yeah, you don't. I feel like you don't need more than that. You definitely don't want to use more than a cup.
Yeah.
More than a cup is sour cream.
It was like 1-to-1 for the flour.
No,
It was 1-to-1.
No!
It was 1-to-1 for this. I'm
That's-
pretty sure it was 1-to-1.
No, not.
And I'm like, trust the
1-to-1.
process. They saying it's so good.
That's
It was not so good.
Who-
I mean, it was
who-
all right.
Who gave you the recipe?
It was just an online one of those.
but you know what we really ask.
Yeah.
My first biscuit recipe went
Yeah.
wrong because I went to the wrong person.
Mhm.
Yeah. Anyways.
Gotta go to the right people, man.
Yeah.
The people that could cook.
I might try it again because biscuits are easier than bread.
They
I did a
are.
bread and it was good. The bread was good, but
It takes a while.
5 hours of go check, proof it for 1 and 2
Mhm.
hours, and then proof it again.
Then
I'm
proof
not
it again.
doing it this many times. Y'all asking for a lot.
And if you have a cold house, the proofing is gonna take a lot longer.
No, they asking for too
Oh,
much. I'm just gonna buy the bread. I'm gonna buy the bread.
Better preach.
What had me feeling grown is mine is kind of simple. So I have on a sweatsuit right now. And y'all look comfy. I almost put on jeans. I went in my closet, pulled the jeans out,
Same.
put one leg, one foot in, not even the whole leg, just a foot. I said, never mind. Took them jeans, hung them back up, and grabbed the sweatsuit. Like, this is enough. I'm going to Sean's house. It's not that deep.
Sam's Costco comfort. Right
It is
there.
not that deep.
Literally, like when they came over, I was like, "Let me go change clothes real quick for the podcast." I was in my night pants, and I just put on a different pair of night pants.
Like, bro.
I was like,
Yo.
"Nah."
I
Yeah.
literally pulled out some jeans, like, ooh, I'm gonna kill him with these jeans. And as soon as I got out of that shower, I was like, yep, comfortable pants.
Yeah. I also was thinking about the fact that when we are in person, we spend more time. And I'm like, am I really going to want to be in jeans?
No,
I'm not.
No.
I'm not. At all.
no,
So, yeah, that's what had me feeling grown.
Mhm.
Comfort over everything.
I feel it.
Literally.
My random, really quick kids corner is. I really hope y'all can't hear Kendall running upstairs.
Oh, yeah.
'cause she has discovered. Well, she's discovered 2 things. She can run, and she can walk backwards. So that has been.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yes, that's literally been
It's so
it
cute.
the past week. Like, watch me, watch me, and I'm like everywhere. Like,
Yes.
we be walking to the bathroom backwards. Like, why? Why are we going backwards? So yes, she is. Like, I'm like, dang, she is so heavy footed. Just doom 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 doom.
She not the
So,
only one. Shoot.
like,
My kids over
Your
here.
kid, yeah.
yeah, they heavy.
Bruh.
Yeah.
They are beyond
They are.
heavy foot. Like, I don't even know what to call that.
Bruh, we when we used to stay at your house, or like when they were really young, I'd be like, well, the kids is up.
And I'm probably up way longer than them. Y'all don't hear me
No.
at all.
No.
People wake up.
We know when the
it's
kids
100.
are up.
It's
Yeah.
100.
My brother is like super heavy footed. And like, I would just be like, why do you walk? Well, because I'm pretty light on my feet. And he's like, why how'd you get down here? Like, I didn't even hear you. I was like, because I don't walk like an elephant like you. Like, why are you stomping
Ronald is like that.
everywhere? And he's like, I'm not stomping. That's how I walk. I'm like, you're stomping. Like, you don't have to put your knees to your chest every time. Step. Like, and you don't gotta drive them down.
Yeah.
I swear I get startled in the house often because I don't hear him coming. And then I turn around and he's like there. Or I'll look up and he's there and I'm just like, bro. So
John
like
does that with me.
now in the basement he'll like announce himself coming down. Because if I'm in like the laundry room, I don't hear him coming down the steps. I don't hear him walking in the hall. So he'll just be like, hello. Or he'll like sing a song or he'll say something. Because I'm just like, bro, why can't I hear you?
Yes. At work, I have my lanyard on and it jingles when I walk. So sometimes I hold it just because I'm like, it makes too much noise. And my office has complained about it so much, like when I hold it, because they're like, I can't hear you. They were like, and you just appear. So they're like, you need to let it jingle. I'm like, okay, I'm so sorry.
No.
I'm sorry that I walked too quiet.
Yeah, that's funny.
But yes, random. Sorry. I just hear her upstairs, so that is. I was like, dang, I hope that does not come through.
Yeah, that'd be all right. Y'all be all right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what time is it? We're gonna do a quick. We do have a main topic for today. Do we want to jump right into it, or do we want to do a quick flashback story?
I'm fine with jumping into it.
Yeah,
Alright.
I did my flashback story of me.
I know
running
we
to
did
the
a lot of
toilet.
tangents, so let's go ahead. So,
I was like, oop.
wait, what?
Sorry, she was going.
So this week I had a women in tech meeting at work.
That's allowed.
We are not doing
Yeah.
what y'all doing.
Oh, okay.
Local don't be on that federal
No,
stuff.
we have women in they still planning for the future. They not even worried about
Yeah,
next.
okay,
really
okay.
not.
That's wild.
But anyways, we're having this women in tech meeting, and there's a panel this time of women who, most of them were like people who came from different countries, and then you have one black woman telling their experience of how they got into tech and basically their journey into tech. And they all have cute stories, whatever, like different oppositions they face, da 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 da. Then they get to all of them start talking about like how passionate they are about tech. So I ask a question and I say, what would you say to someone who is not passionate about work, but is doing it just to pay the bills? Yeah. And all of them responded with, you'll be miserable. You need to find what you're passionate about and do that. Like, you can't do this job if you're not passionate. And I was so blown. Like, this is a meeting. No, that's not even the problem. The problem is when I asked the question, because I put it in the chat first. So someone messaged me and they were like, that is such a good question. And I said, yeah, because there's a lot of people who work in this field and we're not passionate like this. Like, we do the job, we're good at the job, and we're just doing it. And she was like, yeah, like I sometimes feel like there's not a place for us. And I was like, exactly. That's why I'm asking the question. Like, it feels like you're out of place because everybody's so passionate about work.
Bruh,
And
that part.
she's like, thank you for asking the question, just for them to respond that way. And then I'm like, there's younger people, because now we're not the youngest. Like, when I first started working here, I might have been the youngest, but there's people younger than me now. And I feel like our generation is not passionate about work. Like, and then one of them, there's a cliche thing where people are like, find what you're passionate about and turn that into your income. And I'm like, anything I'm passionate about, I don't want to make work. Like, I've tried to, like, I was selling food because people, you're so good at cooking, you should sell food. And then I hated it. I don't want no timeline for when I'm doing what I want to do for my fun. Like, no. I don't want my passions to become work.
Yeah.
And so I was so disappointed in the way they responded. I didn't even say anything after the fact. I just muted myself and was like, I'm out. Like, I was very disappointed. I don't know if I'm gonna bring it up, and I probably should, because I think that
Absolutely.
it was just a terrible response all around. Like, nobody. I think one lady did say, you can do this temporarily, but eventually you need to find something you're passionate about. Again, a little bit better answer than the others, but not great still. Because at the end of the day, I'm working because I have to pay bills, not because I want to. If I had a choice, I wouldn't be working at all. If I was getting paid to do nothing, that's what I'm passionate about, doing nothing. So sign me up for that. Where's that at?
Passive income.
Right.
So that is the question of the day. That is the main topic. Do you guys feel like you have to be passionate about your career, about what you're doing on a day-to-day? And are you passionate now about your current jobs?
I feel like I say often how much I'm like, I don't know if I like project management like that or not. Like, I started working as an analyst and I really enjoyed it. Passionate, questionable. I wouldn't really say passionate either for that. But I started working as a business analyst. And then I got my, kept doing project management and then got my PMP and all of that. And I remember going to like conferences and especially project management conferences, and people are like, oh my gosh, and I'm like, I am not that passionate about no project management. Like, what is wrong with y'all? Like, am I the crazy one? Am I not on the Kool-Aid? Did I miss the cup? Like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Like, and like, no offense to them, but I'm just like, where, like you said, like, where are people like me who are just like, hey, this is something I've found that I like. I wouldn't say I'm passionate about it, but I'm good at it.
Yeah.
And it pays the bills. And I know regardless, I got to have my bills paid. So if I'm going to have my bills paid, at least let me do something that I'm good at and that I like enough that I'm not going to quit.
Yeah.
So I feel like for me, I think it's okay to like something.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's okay to maybe even love, but you don't have to be passionate about it. Like, because at the end of the day, like, we live in a society where you have to have some kind of income to survive. And so, like, I feel like there's a lot of things that I'm passionate about that I feel like if that was made work, I would no longer be passionate about it. Like, I can't see myself doing something that I'm passionate about as a career, because it would feel like work, and then that would spoil the love that I would have for it. Like, I want the love to be authentic. I want it to be free flowing. I wouldn't want to feel like I have to be on a deadline or, like I have to, meet some kind of quota. Like I said, like, I like baking. Like, if I felt like people were giving me baking orders and I'm just like, bro, I don't feel like baking today. Like, what am I going to do? I can't not do that. Like, I need the money.
Yeah.
So, but I totally understand and I totally respect people who are making income on the things that they're passionate about. But I do think that there should be space and room for people to enjoy what they're not passionate about and make that, their career. But yeah, like, for me, I'm not passionate about project management. I enjoy it. I like it. It's challenging. And for me, the challenge is what keeps me engaged for right now, because I do enjoy challenges.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely think that's fair, because I feel like it's different for our generation. Like you said, it's just because there are other things that we live for. Like, we're not just living and going to work.
Yeah.
So then I think that makes it way more dynamic, I guess. I am fortunate to be passionate about what I'm doing at work at the current moment. Which makes me think back on my other jobs. I mean, I think I've always been pretty passionate, work-wise, but I don't know if it's necessarily the job, but I think it's more so my values, and making sure that I'm living into the values that I have. So all of the jobs that I've ever taken have reflected what I like believe in, I think, which probably helps me be more passionate about the job specifically. So like, a lot of Brene Brown were in there. So like, I'm a big community person. Like, community has always been something that I have like lived for. And then my community umbrella is quite large. I mean, so I think of community as family, it's my friends, it's giving back. It's making sure that people are coming up and like learning things that they that I didn't get to learn. So like that. So I would say every job that I have had there's been some kind of community tie-in to that job.
Mm-hmm.
And even if the job didn't have it, I make it have that tie-in. Same thing like just being like true to myself in the job. Like as long as I'm able to be true to myself, then I think I enjoy the job. And then creativity is another one where as long as I'm able to be creative in a job space, that helps me be more passionate. So as long as those three things are identifiable in that position, that kind of creates that passion for me. This job that I'm in now, it is like the like epitome of it. So for work, I run a development program. It's a program that so we have people that start in high school, they work there. I started in high school when I was there. I always wanted like to be able to grow that into like they want to stay at work, and then they want to do what they're going to school for. They become more passionate. They get school paid for, things like that, and just help them grow and be better people. So my job, and that's like all of those things. Like the program that I got, it was just starting up, so I got to create it. I got to build it from the ground up.
Yeah.
So that has been very me.
Yeah.
So then I think about afterwards. Well, I was like, what am I supposed to do? I was like, because this was it. So I'm like, am I going to be as passionate about the next job as I am this job? Because this one hits all three of my things. So I was like, I don't know. I don't know if I was still on track on what the question was.
I think you are.
Yeah.
You're answering
Okay.
the question. The question was, are you passionate about your current job, which you're saying yes to? And then do you feel like you have to be passionate?
Yes.
So that's the
I
second
think
part.
as long as you are able to live within your own values, that is what drives the passion. So with tech, I think some people it might be, I don't know, I'm trying to make up something. So if you value security, tech is always going to change. So there's always going to be something that needs to be done. So you will always have a job because something's always going to change. Something's always going to need to be updated or whatever. So that might be this drives me to keep wanting to do this. Or it might be I love to give back. I love to help people. And you're in a customer service position or you're a waiter. That might not be the most passionate thing, but it's something that you enjoy internally. It brings you joy. So then you're able to be passionate about being a server, even though that might not be your end goal. But I don't think that makes you
But do you have to be passionate in order to do it?
I think it might just be something where you're living into your value. Not necessarily passionate about I
think you've dissected it to the point where you're saying so move passion aside, does this the job function align with your values?
Yes.
If yes, then you can be passionate about it.
Yes.
That's fair. I think the passion part, from your perspective, the passion part seems more relative, or I guess ancillary, because what matters the most is it aligning with your values. At the core of it has to align with your values for you to be passionate about it.
Yes.
And if you're passionate or not, that's subjective, but the main thing is, does it align with your values? And I think I could say similarly, my job aligns with my values as far as making my world, my community better. We're all in government of some form, so we can kind of see more readily or more easily the impact that our work does to our communities, our areas, etc. So I mean, I've said it before where I'm just I don't know if I worked in the private sector if I would have as much joy, or I won't say joy. That's kind of a stretch. I don't know if I don't know if I would feel the intrinsic reward that I feel, and the motivation I feel to do the work that I do, because I don't think I would see the same value. because I would feel like, oh, I'm just working for this company to get to a bottom line or to a goal. Whereas in my organization, funny enough, like it has been a part of my life, my entire life. Like, you know, I learned a lot through summer camps, through learning how to swim, through taking classes with my mom. Like this organization has always been in my life. So it's kind of like, and I've told people like it feels full circle to like finally work there. And like while I'm not working directly on like a specific program, you know, that's like in a community, my work contributes to those programs. And so I'm like, it aligns with my values in that I'm still giving back to my community. I'm helping others reach their goals, find the things that they want to do, you know, providing some kind of level of equity so people don't feel like, oh, it's just a hierarchical organization. Like, no, you can grow here. Like things that I'm passionate about, helping other people grow. Like I love to learn. I want to help other people who love to learn, learn. So I get it from that perspective. Like, yeah, if I look at it that way, it aligns with my values. And if I say, yeah, it aligns with my values, then maybe I am passionate about it.
And I think it's how you're defining passion. I think you are passionate about your job.
Absolutely.
I think I think that you are not passionate about your job, but you're good at your job. And there is some sort of reward when you finally get to see it. Because in the moment of you working, you're like, the work
sucks.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like, I think in my old job where I got to see the project and be able to go out and be like, oh, we implemented this but it wasn't a passion. It was just like, it was interesting. It was like every project is different. Everything is different. And then in my current position, again, I'm just good at the job, but I'm not passionate about it. Like when people talk to me, they're like, oh my goodness, you're so much help. That's rewarding to some degree, but I also would rather stay at home. Like, I also would rather not do this if I didn't have to. Like, I'm not the kind of person, and I think one of the people on the panel mentioned that they were tired of being at home. And I was like, the privilege that you even have to be able to say, I didn't want to be at home anymore, so I decided to get this degree in work. Everybody doesn't have that option. You have the privilege to be passionate about your job because if you didn't work, someone would be taking care of you. You had a husband who was taking care of you and your kids and allowed you to stay home. I don't have that. So I have to work. I don't get to be like, I'm not passionate enough about this, so I'm going to go ahead and not do this anymore. Like, that's not an option for me. I have to work.
My man got 2 jobs. I don't need this.
Like, that's not an option. And I think there's some people that might say, like, you do have the option. Y'all can just cut back on your expenses. Y'all can just not do this or not do that. But that's not the life I want. I want to be passionate about my life, not work. Work is a set amount of time. And then I clock out and I go home. And then they were talking about how some of them were like, I stay here until I'm done what I'm doing because I want to make sure I get it done and done the right way the first time. At 4:00 or whatever time it's time for me to go, I'm out.
The computer.
I'm out. There's no passion to continue.
Yeah.
I would say like a lot of people, not a lot of people, people have asked me, even with the podcast, well, you have 2 podcasts. You're not passionate about it? I'm like, I just like talking. Like, I like to talk, but the work of having a podcast is work, right? Work. So that part of it, we have not done that work that it requires to really make this successful. Yeah. And we are enjoying it right now. Like, we can be happy and we can be like, oh my goodness, we talking on that microphone. Like, we can do this because we aren't stressed about it. Yeah. It's not paying our bills. Like, it's not like we have to be here. Like, I'm not going to be mad if we're like, y'all need to cancel. There was a day we were like, hey, I know we have this on the calendar, but anybody want to cancel? And everybody was like, yes, please, like, cancel. And it was fine. Like, it was okay.
Holding the phone, I was looking like, come on.
Please cancel, please. But we wouldn't say that we just, like, we like it. We enjoy it. And maybe this is something we're passionate about, but at the end of the day, it's not work. And that's why we can enjoy it the way we're enjoying it. Yeah. If we ever got to the point where it became work, we would have to reevaluate. We would have to sit down together and be like, hey, this is the plan. Right. And this is what we're doing. If we're going to be serious, this is what it would take. Right. Yeah. And those are the type of things that we just aren't all the way there yet. Yeah. We're just not there yet. Yeah. And because we have the privilege of having another job that pays the bills, then we're okay.
I'm just laughing because I was looking at the metrics the other day, like, how can we monetize this? And I was like, ooh, Spotify, like we made the episode count, and I was like, are we close to the listens? No. Or the followers? No. I was like, damn, we got 1%.
We're not
The-
1%.
I was like, let me check YouTube. I was like, ooh, that's even further. I was like, let me just close this.
The crazy thing is, like, I've seen some of like the YouTubers who did everything like personally, like they don't have a team,
Mm-hmm.
and they've grown their audience to like a crazy number. There's a specific YouTuber who does like hair videos, and that person's life fell apart. And
It's work.
admittedly, it was because they were like, this is a
Yeah.
business, this is work.
Mhm.
And like, I was literally neglecting my family. And because I was neglecting my family, like, I still have this. It's still seemingly growing. I'm still getting paid, but like, at what cost?
Right.
Yeah.
At what cost? And I feel like similarly, same for us. Like, we do this because we enjoy it, because it's something we can do in our free time. But while we do want it to grow and go viral and all of that, I don't think
Like-
any of us are willing to sacrifice our family for it.
No,
Like,
not at all.
we see y'all when we see y'all. Like,
Right, like-
Yeah.
like, if it's gonna be that much,
So y'all been seeing reels?
I know. And the thing is, and I wouldn't say that we don't want to, right?
yeah. We
It's
want
just
it.
it's just the work that it takes.
Yeah.
It's just a lot.
And it seems like, oh, people just go on the internet and say anything. Yeah, they do. But they also take the time to make those reels. They take the time to
Mhm.
comment on other people's stuff so
Yeah,
that you
that'd
can
be
be
That
seen,
part
right?
too.
All of that takes work. I don't even barely
be
like, I'm
trying.
not on social media that much for it to matter.
Right. Like,
I be trying to join live, like, oh yeah, we talked about that on my podcast.
mm-mm.
And I got one person like, oh, what's your podcast? I'm like, oh, free. Ooh. And I don't even know if that person actually followed us or not.
Moyo said something like, "Oh yeah, we had a whole bunch of interaction on TikTok." I was like, "We got a TikTok."
We got a TikTok.
Yeah,
I was
and
like,
that's the thing. I manage those things,
That's
and
like, ooh.
by manage I mean I go open it every once in a while because I refuse to have notifications on TikTok. I don't scroll on
Absolutely
TikTok,
not.
so why would I? I don't want to see, because TikTok does stuff like this many people viewed your profile. I don't care. Like I don't
Did
want
they
to.
follow?
I don't want to see
Did they like?
notifications
Did they
about that.
comment?
So I have it on. I have all of those on mute, and I just maybe 3 days later I'll be like, oh shoot, we forgot. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's not that deep right now, and I think
Yeah.
that we're planning to have a conversation about what we want to do with this. But my goal for this podcast really has always been, and I think I talked about it on the other podcast because I'm on 2 podcasts, but the fact that I want my kids to be able to be like, this is my mom's personality.
Yeah.
They have a
Right.
repertoire of all these things that I've ever said on YouTube. They don't have to look. Like, there's times where I want to go be like, oh, what would my mom think about this?
Mhm.
There's nowhere for me to find that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, this is more of a, I guess, passion project for my children. It's not
I love that.
necessarily for y'all. Like, it's not for anybody but them.
Yeah.
I want them to be like,
Mhm.
oh, my mom said this. It was so funny. I want to see. Like, I could be dead when this finally blows up because my kids became giant YouTubers
Right.
and we're like, ooh, look, my mom made
My
videos.
mom
Let me
was a
reshare that.
podcaster.
Yeah,
Back
like
in
stuff
the
like that.
day?
Like,
Yeah,
that's
back in the
more
day.
so. It's more so for them. Like, I want them to be able to be like,
Mm.
if something happens to me, they are able to still see me. They're able to hear my voice. They're able to be
Yeah.
like, this is how exaggerative she was. And when people ask, like I'll tell a story about my mom, and people can't fully understand that
Mhm.
story, right? Because if you didn't meet her or you didn't know her, like my husband didn't get to meet my mom. So when I tell stories, he's like, dang, I wish I got to meet her. And that stuff makes me sad because I can't be
Yeah.
like, this is the video of her saying this
Yeah.
crazy thing. Like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
So I don't want to leave this earth and my kids can't do the same.
Yeah.
So that's more so why I'm like, I'm gonna keep doing it. As long as y'all are willing to do it and talk, and even if y'all said y'all don't want to, I might be like, oh, let me go ahead and just, hey kids, this video is just for y'all. Like, I might do that. Like, I
Yeah.
don't. It's not for the world. It's for
Yeah.
my children.
I love that.
Mhm.
Yeah. I like the fact that like permanence in the sense of as long as YouTube is here, like you'll have some record or recollection of who we were, who we are, how we interacted as friends. And I think because we also plan for our kids as much as we can help, like they're gonna grow up together, like they can see our friendship as it's grown too.
Yeah.
And I
Mhm.
think modeling healthy relationships with friends, especially just like seeing how I won't say there's an epidemic of loneliness, but just like there are a lot of people who want true connection and real friends, and it saddens me because I'm like I can't relate because I do have good friends, I do have great friendships, and I can't really explain like, oh, I just lucked into it. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, part of it is just work. Like, part of it is just communication and, knowing your boundaries and all of that. And I think
Yeah.
we've been pretty open about how we've built our friendship, and we continue to share how we're working on our friendship because, like, everything's not perfect, and we don't always agree. We, disagree on things and things come up, but I think it's a beautiful way to show our
Mhm.
kids and other people like healthy friendship.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, because I even think about like, I mean, Jasmine's been on the podcast and she's on the other podcast. Even just like talking to her and like listening to her experience. I mean, because she's a whole 10 years younger than us.
She really is.
Don't say that.
That baby is a
Like-
baby.
Yo,
But it's
that's
just
crazy.
like we were talking and then I mentioned it before. We were talking about, I was like, yeah, like, of course my friends know how much I make. And she was like,
Yeah.
that's crazy. I was like, why is it crazy? I was like, who gonna tell me if I'm getting lowballed or
Yeah.
something? Like,
Yes.
who else gonna tell me?
Yeah.
Like, and she's like, oh, I never really thought about that. And I'm like, yeah. I was like, I mean, but we have been friends for a long time. Like, that's just how it is. It is always interesting when you talk to people because I'm like, yeah, like we've been friends for a really long time, and they're like, oh, I don't have that. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
sex
people-
for you.
That's-
People know each other for a long time and don't really know each other.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the crazy thing to me. Like,
Yeah.
y'all been friends for how long and y'all don't know? Okay. All right.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like we joke about the fact that if I make a friend, they're coming into the group. And so I don't have a lot of friends. I have select few, and everybody in this group is going to know those few people. And that just, the group is going to grow, or you're not going to be able to make it in. Like, that's it.
Moyo ended her friend dating experience.
Bruh, I tried it and it didn't work. I was like, these
Still
streets is
crazy.
not for me. The streets is not for me.
Not the street.
The friendship streets.
The friendship
So,
streets.
unless y'all decide to divorce me, I'm taking. I'm not on the market.
I'm not in the market for any new friends.
Not right now. Not right
actually.
now.
That's wild.
No, it's funny because I have been running into more. I won't say adults. We are adults. More people who are like in my circle could be, right? Who have kids my kids' age. Like we'll go. There's one mom that I've seen her multiple times. It would make sense for us to be friends, but I'm not gonna pursue that. Like we literally see each other. Our kids are in the same class. I think she has 2 kids actually.
Yeah, we're set up for you.
Literally.
There was even one I went to swim and I swam. She had 2 kids. She had one in Hezzy's class, one in Joya's class, 2 girls.
I don't understand.
And then we both swam in the same lane back and forth, said no words to each other. And then at the end of the class, we're getting our kids. And then we're looking at each other like, dang, like, you like literally everywhere I'm going.
Are y'all not the same then?
And then we go into the locker room. Our kids are changing in the same spot. Like, it was weird. But I was like, that was the first time where I actually got to swim. Because I think the first time last week I was going to swim and swim was canceled. But she swam. And I was like, I had my bathing suit on. So I felt some type of way. Because I was like, not her swimming the week I wanted to swim. And now I look like I'm copying you next week. But we swam together. And
Next to each other.
next to each other in the same lane. Like we were swimming back and forth, and she wasn't like, because I thought originally that because she had her goggles, she had her stuff, I thought she was about to be like a real swimmer, but she was swimming like I was swimming. Like we just making it.
I feel like me and Jess probably are in the same thought on this right now. I would like to challenge you.
Don't challenge me nothing.
I would like to challenge you
Say
by
something.
the next episode of this podcast, and we would love an update.
Let me look at our.
I would
calendar.
like you to have a conversation
Yes.
with her.
What's
Just
a conversation mean?
You making it more deep than it needed to be.
I need to know what a conversation means.
Because she doesn't do small talk, so I I feel like you could start a conversation based on what you want to talk about. Because
Absolutely.
you're the initiator, so you don't even have to start with small talk. You're the initiator.
You get to control it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Be the man.
Not be the man. I'm absolutely not the man. I need to be approached. Did y'all not know me in college? Like, even with the community, like they came to me. I did not pursue. So,
But you put yourself on them apps.
I didn't put.
We came to each other. We was just there.
Listen, I didn't pursue no friendships. Sean came and found me and copied me. Jess came and found him.
How did I find you? I just showed up.
Exactly. You're like, ooh, me too. You going to UMBC? Me too. You majoring this? Me too. Ooh.
I love her main character energy right
Yeah,
now.
like-
Was it not?
I mean, but I feel like it didn't.
Were you not me tooing like
Just
crazy?
because I me too didn't mean I pursued you.
You did, bro. And then he showed up in my dorm next door, around the corner. He's like, hey, that's that girl. Then I rode with you home that one day.
Because your mama.
Exactly. If it wasn't for my mom, we probably wouldn't be friends, actually. We probably would not be
Let that boy
friends.
that go to UBC take you home.
A random stranger could have kidnapped me or anything.
Was I nice or not?
You were. But I need that. I need that.
Yeah, you could be that.
I can't be that.
You can.
I can't.
You can.
You have the capacity to be that.
You do. So we would like to
Not the
challenge you.
look.
Next episode, come back with an update
Yeah.
on the conversation led by you on
Y'all
whatever
are
you
doing
would
a
like
lot.
to decide to talk about.
Yes.
You can talk about your kids.
Mm-hmm.
How am I gonna do that while I'm swimming?
Did I say
I'm gonna
that
be
swim?
swimming.
Did
You could
say-
even ask her to
No.
race.
This
You could even
particular.
ask her to race.
No. This particular.
Not to race.
It's two different women. So y'all gotta be specific. There's one
whoever
that
the one you
swim.
just told the story about.
The one at swim is just swim. The other one I see at. They go to my kids' school and they go to their church Wednesday night program.
Even better.
That
Both.
sounds like she's safe for you.
Exactly.
She
That sound
sounds
like she's safe.
Yeah.
She's probably safer than a swim one.
I would say that. How about that? Y'all.
I don't be dropping the kids off no more, so I don't know how that's gonna work.
You can drop the kids off.
On
You acting
Wednesday?
she acting like she wouldn't do it.
That's my me time. It's my me time.
Oh, you
now.
gotta, girl. This my me time. What you usually doing?
Working out.
And that's a conversation. Boom.
Usually on Wednesdays I be working out, but I'm here today to pick up my kids. How are you doing? Or not even how are you doing? Y'all, you want to go get some coffee or something?
Dang. Okay.
You doing a lot.
Like
That's a
I
lot.
said it was a conversation. I didn't say make the date happen.
Did y'all not remember my pursuit of friendships? Should I run it back real quick?
No, but this is different. This is already like
Don't let rejection
there.
stop you. Well, it wasn't even rejection. Don't let
It's a-
ghosting and people being weird.
this is a
People being weird is enough to
it's
stop
a
me.
challenge. Boom.
It is a challenge.
I don't think I accept the challenge, but I'll let y'all know.
On the next episode with
It might not be the
update.
next episode because I think we're having a guest the next episode.
That's in like a month.
No, it's not.
It's not?
It's next week.
It's the next episode.
Oh,
Or
it
it's
like
the
a
next
month?
recording
Oh,
at
I can't
least.
even
Yeah, next
check,
recording.
but- well,
So thank you very much.
Well, you got 2 weeks.
wait, when is that though?
we got
Because
two.
it sounds like a Wednesday is gonna happen before that.
So
2 Wednesdays.
we'll get the update eventually.
So it sounds like it could happen.
You got 2 weeks. We're gonna check in 2 weeks.
Yeah, check in all y'all want.
Thank you for contributing to our podcast.
First of all, I did the main topic for today and it was good.
And you will also provide an update, just like an update on your kitchen. Your kitchen.
It's your kitchen, her bathroom.
Oh, your bathroom.
Did I give an update on my bathroom?
You did.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's still
I
not
think.
done.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be getting an official written down like action plan of how we're going to resolve the issues.
I'm glad that it took 2 months to get there.
Not 2 months.
Well, the bathroom just got fixed. Now we're resolving issues from we're able to use it, but it's not
It
up to
ain't.
par. So
Oh, that's right.
he
Bring it
gonna-
up to par.
He gonna give us the plan of how we're gonna bring it up to par.
Well, I'm glad.
Me too. As long as it work, whatever he write up the plan and do it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Do it correctly.
Yeah, definitely do it correctly. Because
Yeah.
if it's not done correctly the second time, that's enough. Like that's enough tries. We gon'
I think it's been enough, but good.
yeah,
Should we wrap it up?
yeah.
Wrap it up. Thank you guys for tuning in to another lovely episode of We Grown.
Question mark?
Question mark.
We don't even get to do this when we virtual because it don't be lining up.
I don't know why, but that's not your problem. Thanks for, being here. Thank you, 7 of you. We appreciate all of your views
Yes, we do.
and likes.
We would love for you to
Think that's what
share.
the kids do.
Y'all,
Oh,
it's not that hard.
What you doing?
lady? No. What fingers are you using?
Okay, it's like a peace sign. And then
No, absolutely not. It's supposed to be like this.
it's not.
Exactly. That's what I was doing.
Exactly. What are you doing?
Anyways, have a good time, y'all.
Well, I don't know what that is.
Bye.
Bye.
Love y'all.